If you're struggling to manage your wellness routines, I'm going to share with you 5 tips to get off the hamster wheel of chasing wellness and start just living well. Wellness is supposed to make us feel better, like by definition. So why is it that sometimes the wellness routines that we get caught up in doing actually stress us out even more? Wellness influencers make us feel like it's our full-time job to take care of our wellness, but that's not reality. It's reality for them, but it's not reality for most of us. I spent years on the constant pursuit of wellness. For one reason or another, whether it was longevity, health span, thinking about just how to optimize myself, I tried so many different things. Products. There's these constant trends that we see. Making an adrenal cocktail, trying ashwagandha, not having coffee, trying a mushroom coffee. You can lose yourself in this sea of wellness options that we have. Here's the thing. If you're constantly going from one wellness fad to the next, all it does is cause stress. And we all know that stress is not healthy for us. We have somehow made wellness another hustle. And that's the opposite of the point. You're watching this video, so you obviously see the need and have the desire to want to stop chasing wellness. But before I share with you the first and most important tip, I want to talk a little bit about why. I want to share some reasons why chasing wellness is causing us to be unwell. We all know about stress and cortisol, so I'm not going to talk about that. But let's think about joy. We all want to enjoy our lives, and chasing wellness takes away the joy of life. We can't desire perfection in our food, in our movement, in our sleep, whatever it may be. Chasing that perfection is making us lose joy. I feel like Mary J had it right when she said, "I just want to be happy," right? Like, that is why we live this life. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to live a long time. We want to live really well. We want our health to be so supported so that we can enjoy our everyday life. If chasing wellness is taking away the joy, that right there tells you that something has to change. Another reason that chasing wellness makes us unwell is because it puts us in a position where we're never good enough. We're always striving. And yes, we want to be the best that we can be at all times, right? Like, I'm type A, I totally get that. But we don't want that to come to the detriment of the way that we feel about ourselves. We are all by nature imperfect people. So chasing perfection is holding us down. Okay, I promised you 5 tips. So here's the first one. You have to reframe what you think of as wellness. What does being well actually look and feel like to you? There's 3 things to think about. Simplicity. So what are the basics? Like, what are your personal non-negotiables that are the foundation for the rest of your wellness routine? Like, for me, it's sleep, food, movement. The second thing is alignment. What do you actually want? And are the things that you're doing aligning with what you actually want? Or is it about what somebody else wants or what somebody on the internet told you you should want? Every choice about your wellness should be aligned with what it is that you want, who it is that you want to be in your life. And lastly, freedom. So some space for flexibility, space to be imperfect. So when you really sit down and think about what being well is to you, consider those 3 things: simplicity, alignment, and freedom. And I'll put a link to some journal prompts in the description box if you're not really sure where to start with thinking through this. Okay, tip number 2. You need to choose 1 or 2 things that really matter for the season of life that you're in. So right now, if you're watching this live, it's October of 2025. And when I think about this season starting to go into the holidays, all the things that I have going on in my life, the number 1 most important thing for my wellness is connecting with my community. So building on those tight bonds, the relationships with my family and friends are priority number 1 for me over everything else. So every decision that I make about my wellness in every part of my life is going to run through the filter of, does this align with what I want with my friends and my family in this season of life? And maybe for you, it's the same. Or maybe you're going into a situation where, although it's about to be the holidays, you know that historically you've gained a few pounds during the holidays because you've eaten like a person who doesn't really care about themselves. So maybe for you, the one most important thing is that you prioritize nourishing yourself, and you get to decide what that looks like. It could be a certain number of vegetables every day. It could be that you intentionally choose outings with friends and family that don't surround around food so that you can make the choices that you want very easily. It could be a host of things, but the point is you need to choose one or two things to focus on at any given time. Although everything's important, and like I said, I focus mainly on 4 things. Of those 4, there's always 1 or 2 that's the most important. So consider that for the season that you're in. Okay, here's the 3rd tip. This one's really easy. Every decision you make regarding your wellness, ask, is this supporting me or is this stressing me out? I wear a Whoop strap. I love it. I feel like it gives me lots of data about myself and it's really interesting. Well, if I obsess over what percentage my recovery is, then I'm gonna start to feel like, oh, this thing is stressing me out. So it's not about if certain habits or routines are good or bad. It's about how they feel for you. And so asking yourself, does this make me feel good or is this stressing me out, can give you a filter to know which decisions you need to make. For example, I just said I'm prioritizing friends and family and having joy in my life during this season. If that means that I think about doing 15,000 steps a day and I can't do 15,000 steps on certain days because I'm spending time with friends and we're not going to be walking. We're going to be having a Christmas movie marathon while we do sheet masks and paint our nails. I'm not going to get 15,000 steps that day. So being realistic and knowing what's most important in each season is going to help me get through that without stressing. I've never tried a 75 hard. I have some girlfriends who have, some with success and some who haven't gotten through it. And I've talked at length with a few of them about their experience. It ultimately boils down to this. If something intended to contribute to your health is stressing you out, it's not actually contributing to your health in a positive way. And only you know what the thing is. But if you ask yourself that about part of your routine and the answer is it's stressing you, not supporting you, that's a sign to let it go. Tip number 4, focus on habits that bring joy and energy, not rules that bring stress. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's say that your goal is to eat more fiber, which everyone should, unless you already eat a lot. But if your goal is to eat more fiber, then of course you're going to eat less of something. Like you're probably going to eat less starchy carbs so that you can eat more high fiber carbs. But focus on the joy that you get through adding the high fiber foods instead of focusing on the restriction of not eating the white rice or whatever it may be that you're not eating because you're filling up on fiber. When you focus on the things that you're adding into your life instead of the things that you're taking away, it shifts your mindset completely. So if you're a girly that needs to drink more water, focus on drinking that water, focusing on drinking more water instead of drinking less coffee will be a game changer. Okay, and here's the last tip. Build consistency in small, sustainable ways instead of hopping on fads. So really do a gut check. If you're about to start doing something new in your life, think about, if I didn't see this on social media, would I be doing it? And it's okay if the answer is no, and you feel like whatever that thing is, you're in full alignment with, it's okay. But the awareness is key. We don't want to be making decisions based on random things that we see. We want to make decisions based on how we feel, new information that we're learning, and our own bodies, our own lifestyles, and what it is that we really want for ourselves. So I guess it all really comes down to alignment. And it takes time to build consistency. Like one of the very popular things in 2025 has been women focusing on eating more protein, which I, for one, think is great. I've been eating a high protein diet for over 15 years. that takes time to adjust to. You build consistency very slowly over time until it becomes habitual. So if that's important to you and your goal is, say, 140 grams of protein a day, if you've only been eating 100, you stair step your way up very slowly, and you don't introduce some new wellness routine just because you saw it online while you're trying to focus on your goal of increasing protein. One thing at a time, small, consistent steps. If habits are your jam, make sure you check out my next video, which is on the 3 wellness habits that finally made me consistent. Wellness does not have to be a chase. Being well is about choosing aligned habits that make you feel good and alive and calm, not perfect. I hope this video added some value to you wherever you are on your journey. If you're tired of chasing wellness and looking for a fresh perspective, please like and subscribe. I love you, and I hope you love you. Bye-bye.